What's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to be doing a full review and unboxing on the new 350 Zebras that have just been re-released for the third time. Obviously I'm going to do a unboxing and review, give my initial thoughts on the shoe and let you know the differences, and there's only a few slight differences that have been obviously mentioned before of the new ones compared to the old ones, but I'll let you know my thoughts, show you the shoes, and we'll go from there. So jumping straight into the box. Obviously you've got the typical packaging for the Yeezys, kind of this brown wrapping paper, and obviously the shoes underneath. So I'll take that out. I'll give you guys a quick kind of shot of the shoe just so you can get a bit of a brief understanding of what it looks like. So yeah, obviously going into this video, I knew a few differences. As I mentioned on forums and Instagram, people have already mentioned that a few things were going to change. The first one being the text. On the previous model, it was obviously more of a deeper red, whereas on this it's kind of a supreme light red. Also the size and text seems to be quite bigger, not too much bigger, but definitely there is a notable difference there. Also it does seem a bit thicker than the previous one. Not too sure if it makes that much of a difference. I mean, to hand straight away, I suppose it looks very similar, not very noticeable, but I suppose obviously a lot of people have noticed that very quickly. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I don't really mind. Other things that people have obviously quickly mentioned in terms of the shoe was the inside, so I'll show you that. I'll take out this rubbish that obviously comes with the shoe. So yeah, this is obviously something that people have touched upon. A lot of people won't really notice it, but obviously the kind of the keen Yeezy collectors have noticed it. So this is the suede part on kind of the holes for the shoelaces. Some people have mentioned that it's more of an off-white yellow on the new third re-release, rather than on the other one it was more of a kind of a snow white, similar to the stripe that's on the outside of the shoe. Some people have asked me what's this going to be like in terms of comparing authentic ones to fake ones, because quite an easy way to tell fake ones on the previous model was that they did tend to have kind of a yellowy off-white sole, and also here, whereas obviously now they officially do have this this yellow. I'm not sure if you can kind of pick it up on camera, but I mean, if you compare it there to to obviously the white stole, it does look a little bit different. But yeah, it does appear that they have changed it. Going through into the laces as well, some people have said that these have more of an orangey yellowy tint. I'm not too sure. I mean, it might just be the lighting, but for me they definitely just look white. Let me know your thoughts. For me, they look very similar. Other kind of outside differences that people have mentioned is the stitching. Some people have been quickly commenting on this. Personally, in hand, having these shoes in front of me, I don't really notice that much of a difference, but people have said that the stitching does look a lot cleaner, a lot tighter throughout the shoe. In honesty, holding it, it does feel a little bit thicker than the previous model, so maybe they have changed it. Looks wise, it looks very similar, so I'm not too sure if it has makes that much of a difference. I think people were saying that it was to kind of give the shoe more of a bounce. I believe on the previous one, the white stood out a lot more than the black, whereas on this they gave it kind of a 50-50 between the black and the white, so that might be something to comment on. I'm not too sure. For me, it looks very similar. Other things to mention in terms of the shoe, the inner sole, obviously you can see there, looks very similar to the old one. Obviously you've got the Adidas with the emblem and then the Yeezy symbol next to it that's been in all of the Yeezy shoes. You've got the 3 stripes on the back. That's pretty standard in all of the Yeezys, so not much to change there. With a pull tag on the back, looks very similar as well. I'm not too sure if much has changed there. Looks very similar to me. The big change, obviously, going into the re-releases that people were commenting on, I suppose some people looking forward to it, some people were using it as a reason not to buy the shoe, is the sole. I think they've done a good job. People are probably wondering what I mean by this. On the previous model, this shoe was more yellow, more off-white colour. I'll put a picture on the screen now just as a slight comparison so you can see the two. Whereas on this, it's a full white sole, which obviously fits the shoe a lot more, in my opinion, because with it being a black and white themed shoe, I think that having the yellow off-white kind of base did kind of throw it off a little bit, whereas here I think it fits in a little bit more. I know some people have mentioned, you know, it's going to be a pain to keep them clean, obviously with being a white sole, but to me, you know, that's not really a problem. I'm going to wear the shoes, so they're going to get mucky no matter what, so don't really see that being a problem at all. But yeah, let me know your kind of your initial thoughts. Obviously, a lot of people have been commenting on mainly on the sole, also on the text. Some people, they're not so keen. Some people have been saying, yeah, great. But yeah, overall, I mean, to be honest with you, this is the second pair of zebras I've got. I quite like them. I think they've done a good job. Obviously, you know, nothing's much has changed, to be honest with you. But yeah, initially I would say it probably does look a little bit more cleaner. Some people have been saying that they've not picked it up just because of things like the sole and the text and this new bit on the inside, but for me that didn't really make a difference. I managed to get these for retail. That's something obviously that a lot of people have been mentioning, the 350 boosts. The hype seems to have pretty much gone, to be honest with you. Being the third re-release, you know, I don't really know how many pairs are out there at the minute, but you know, it'll be in the tens of thousands now, I would guess. Managed to pick these up for £179, just under 180, and I've been seeing people offering them to me for around 250, 280. I've seen them selling on, you know, on various platforms for, you know, under 300 now. So the kind of the resale value, if that's something you're looking to do with the Yeezys, then yeah, I think it's definitely gone for the 350s. Obviously in comparison to the 700s, which you can see back there, you know, they didn't go down too well either. I've seen people selling them for retail, in some cases even under retail, so they didn't, you know, they obviously did not go down well as well as some people had hoped. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not in it to resell, I like to keep them, so obviously it doesn't really bother me too much. I am going to do a full review on the 700s in due course. I'm obviously going to do more of an in-depth review on the 350s as well. I'm going to wear them for a couple of weeks, and then I'll come back to you with my further opinions. I've also been asked, you know, how do I actually get the Yeezys? Some people have been saying that I might use a bot, or I might have a plug somewhere. Nope, I managed to get them all off the Adidas website, or on various raffles. So I'm going to do a full different video, separate video on what the best methods are to make sure you get the Yeezys. Obviously you got the Sesames coming up quite soon as well, so some people are going to be interested in how to get them. I find them quite relatively easy to get hold of. I've only recently started collecting them, but I've managed to pick up most of them so far. So yeah, I think it's pretty easy, so I'll do a video on that. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'll just put the shoes side by side here so you can have one last look of the pair. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. You know, do you like these? Are they worth getting? Do you think the Yeezy hype has died, or do you think that they're still worth buying? Yeah, like and comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video on the 700s. Thanks.